The locker room was louder than the weight floor. Metal rattling, raised voices, angry footsteps pacing back and forth. I stood under the hot shower, steam curling around me, listening as panic slowly replaced arrogance on the other side of the wall. Keys wouldn't go in, locks wouldn't turn, and for the first time since they walked into our gym like they owned it, they had no control. If you've ever watched a peaceful place get ruined by people who don't respect anyone but themselves, hit like, subscribe, and settle in. Because this isn't a story about muscles or strength. It's about respect and what happens when it finally runs out. My name's Daniel, 38 years old, and for nearly 6 years I trained at a local gym in Redwood Bay, a quiet coastal town where routines mattered. This gym wasn't fancy. No neon lights. No influencers filming curls. But it had something better. Community. People nodded hello. Shared equipment. Re-racked weights without being asked. It was the kind of place where a stranger would spot you without hesitation. Until one month, everything shifted. A larger gym across town shut down. And overnight, we got an influx. Mostly younger guys. Groups of 3, 4, sometimes 5. Loud. Careless. Entitled. Weights left scattered like debris. Machines reserved with hoodies. Trash stuffed into bottle holders. They didn't just ignore the rules. They mocked them. One afternoon, I watched Mr. Harold, late 60s, polite, always smiling, walk over to a calf raise machine. It wasn't being used. Just hoodies draped over it. He asked gently, "Mind if I work in?" They looked at each other, then laughed. One of them said, "Nah, we're using that." They weren't, and everyone knew it. Mr. Harold walked away quietly. Something burned in my chest. Not anger. Something heavier. The gym was unstaffed during afternoons. No manager. No authority. Complaints went nowhere. And the group? They knew it. They acted untouchable. Until I noticed something small. Something careless. In the locker room, they showered, changed, and instead of taking their bags, they locked everything inside the gym lockers and left. Every day, 5 lockers, out of 20, like it was their personal storage unit. That's when the idea formed. Quietly, calmly, I didn't feel rage. I felt clarity. If they treated shared spaces like property, then maybe losing access would teach them something. No confrontation. No shouting. Just consequences. Next visit, I came prepared. Nothing flashy. Nothing obvious. I worked out as usual. Watched them hog machines. Laughed too loudly. Ignore everyone. Then they headed to the showers. I followed at a distance. One by one, they reached their lockers. Keys went in. Nothing happened. Again. Harder this time. Still nothing. Confusion turned into irritation. Voices rose. They yanked. Shook. Checked the locks like it was the locker's fault. No staff. No bolt cutters. Just 5 grown men realizing their arrogance had limits. I stayed in the shower longer than usual. Let the moment breathe. By the time I finished dressing, they were still there, red-faced, arguing, accusing each other. One of them looked around wildly, trying to spot the enemy. I walked past calmly. The next day, 5 lockers were empty, cleaned, available. The group? Gone. I didn't hurt anyone. Didn't raise my voice. I just protected a space that mattered. Respect doesn't need muscles. Just timing. If this story felt satisfying, hit like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments. Backhand index pointing right, was this petty or perfectly justified? And if you love stories where arrogance meets reality, you know what to do.